Let's see. Let me see if everything is good to go. If we're good to go on Instagram, then we should be live. Okay, so I can see I'm live right now. I just gotta fix the camera so that way you guys can see me real quick. Let's see. What's going on, everybody? Let me wait. I'm gonna wait here. I'm just trying to fix the camera for Instagram before I wait till people see. It's all gonna be recorded anyways, though. So, let's see. Let's see. Why is it not? Why is there so many? Will this be on YouTube after? Yes, it will be. I'm gonna record it on YouTube. This is super weird though. I'm trying to figure out why my face is not showing up on the Instagram, but it probably is showing up on YouTube right now. So there we go. All right. Sorry about that, folks. All right. Okay. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start right now because all this is gonna be recorded anyways. And for everybody that's gonna be joining or following up, go ahead and start. So here's what's gonna happen, right? I'm just gonna do a very, very quick recap of where we're at. So right now, the last video I put together was basically well, not the last video, the video before the last video. Well, before I even start, I just want to make sure, is everybody good to go on YouTube? I'm looking at the chat right here. Yep. All right, looks like we're good. So this is what's gonna happen, okay? We are gonna have 10 different voice agents. Essentially, each of them is gonna have its own phone number. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to rotate every 3 days. I kind of explained all of this in that video, but this is basically gonna be the plan. Over the course of the 30 days, we're gonna hit 20 businesses each week, and we're gonna do that every single week for pretty much 4 weeks. So by the end of this, it's gonna be 80 of them. So in each 3 days, here's what's gonna happen, right? We're gonna rotate 2 things. It's gonna be the phone number, and we're gonna rotate the system prompt for the voice AI. And then either way, here's what's gonna happen, right? We're gonna either see the email, call the number, or they're gonna respond, or they're gonna see the email, call it, they just won't be interested, or they're gonna see it too late, call it, and it doesn't work, and they're still gonna email us back if they're interested, or they just don't see the email at all, right? So here's the thing that we're gonna be covering today. It's gonna be one, we're gonna be building the actual system, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do the rotation stuff. And then we're gonna keep track of everything in this Google Sheet, which basically I have right here, and I'm gonna be giving you guys the link to this. I'm gonna be posting it probably. Let me jump back here. So, yep, just a quick recap. By the end of the month, you would have at least sent 80 personalized messages through this. So the goal in today's live stream, okay, obviously it's going to be putting together that very first one that is part of this big army right here. So there's going to be 10 of them. I'm going to show you guys how to put together the first one, and then everything from there is pretty much going to be just duplication, right? So we're going to put it together. We're going to test it and refine it, and then I'm going to show you guys how to do that rotation for the system prompt and the phone number. And then I will give you guys a brand new version of that local AI system that we put together first time. A lot of people started putting it together. I just saved us a lot of time and pretty much just put all the configuration that we have to do inside of it. So I'm going to send you guys a brand new version of this. That's pretty much going to be fully configured. All you have to do is to change a few things, and I'll tell you what you need to change. And then we're going to go over the copywriting for those actually for the personalized outreach, right? So I can show you guys what you actually need to customize. Cool. And then we're going to talk about the overall strategy and basically what's going to happen. So in this live stream, I'm going to share resources. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of system prompts. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of links. There is going to be this community doc, okay? This community doc is going to be posted on the Instagram story right now. So literally, if you're watching this, I'm just going to post it right now. So that way you guys can grab it while you're building along. And then from there, we're just going to have like one shared resource to go over everything we have to go over. So I can just paste into it and give you guys what you need. Let me paste that real quick. Let's see, link. Okay. So I just put it up on the story. I don't know if it just posted. It says it's uploading right now, but if you're watching this or you're building along, go ahead and grab that document so that way you can see it. It's still posted. Anyways, let me take a look at the chat real quick while we have a time. Yep, and also this is gonna be on YouTube. I told you guys I'm gonna be recording all this stuff. I'm just literally just gonna post the entire stream, but I don't want it to take too long. I just posted that document, so I'm just gonna continue from here, and hopefully, you guys have grabbed it right now. Cool. All right. Anyways, so in this document, basically, it's where I'm gonna be giving you guys that voice AI system prompt for the template, which is going to be something that you're going to use to create voice AI system prompts. It's literally going to be a prompt to help you create prompts for whatever you're trying to do, okay? And then I'm going to show you guys in this document the actual prompt that we are going to be using because I already created it ahead of time. And then I'm going to show you that brand new configuration for the local business outreach system. And yeah, that's going to be the thing that I kind of mentioned here. It's going to be the new version of it. And then I'm going to give you that prospect tracking sheet. The link to it should already inside. So the document is going to look like this. The first page, you're going to see this. It says index, and it just has that one link. If you open up the link, it's going to take you to this page, which is basically the tracking sheet that we're going to be using for everything, okay? From this sheet right here, if you scroll down a little bit, and I'm just going to start, let's see, do I have anything to cover? No, I don't. Okay, I'm just going to start from here. So, in the second page, you're going to see this. This is the top voice AI niches to target. And this is just basically from personal experience. most of the time the people that I talk with are gonna be from these industries that are actually really really interested in voice AI. And obviously, like if you look at what this is and what the actual industry is, it's super self-explanatory, right? Like so you have like medical and dental offices up front. You guys know how hard those receptionists and those secretaries actually work, right? So these kind of offices for voice AI for voice AI are going to be very very lucrative. Except for I have a marking right here that says PII. PII means personal identifiable information. These kinds of companies, because they're sharing kind of sensitive data over the phone, their systems need more security, so it's going to be more complicated to actually build those. I'm not going to be targeting any medical or dental offices. In terms of home services, okay, you have plumbers, HVAC, electricians, roofers, landscapers, pet control, right? These kinds of people are going to be perfect. The reason why is because one, there's no PII. Two is they very heavily rely on phone calls, right? Oftentimes what happens is things break and people call the electricians or the roofers and be like, hey, something's broken, or they call to schedule a job, or they call to get information. And these guys are really on the phone a lot of the times, right? So most of the times when I talk to people from this home services niche or industry and I show them voice AI, they're almost always interested in, and they're like, yeah, what can this thing do? Because they're saving a lot of time by having to sort of have a router in the middle with a voice AI that can do things like collect job information or do anything that it needs to do ahead of actually sending it over, right? And then you have these right here. You have salons, spas, massage therapists, and barbershops. A lot of appointment booking and cancellation here. So you're going to have calendar availability bookings. And then you have legal offices, also marked as PII, obviously because they're going to be sharing more of information here that is considered PII. So we're going to ignore this. And then bottom here, you have auto services and then real estate. For me, what I'm gonna do, okay, this is what I am going to target, okay, home services. And the reason why, okay, I'm gonna show you guys the reason why. um Obviously because the niche itself is pretty lucrative, but if you ask GPT, right, out of these, and this is, you guys can literally copy this, out of these, and then you list them out, which exists the most in the city of, and then you type in your city name, you are gonna get a good reference of how many people you can target inside of that city that exists in this, right? So it's gonna go ahead and do, it's gonna use Google services and everything that's available online to give you this relative market size, which we're gonna use this market size to basically figure out who we actually need to talk to. So in my city, HVAC. Okay, this is what I'm going to be targeting inside of that local AI outreach system, that very first one. For you guys, it might be different, right? You might be living in a city that's much smaller. You might be living in a bigger city. This is probably going to be different depending on who you are and what, you know, where you live. So I would pop this question in there and I would say, out of these, which exists the most in the city, and then see what you get back. Okay. But for my case, this was my result. So I'm just literally just going to go with HVAC. Okay. Once we identify the target, this is how I created the system prompt, and that's going to be the voice AI system prompt that we're going to be actually using. So I'm going to go to the second page in this community doc, and I'm going to show you guys here literally from the beginning. And by the way, this is exactly what I did, okay? What you're looking at right here, this is a super in-depth system prompt designed to help you create voice AI system prompts. Voice AI system prompts are not prompted the same as chat large language models. They are very different. And I'm not gonna cover the reason why in this video. I actually want to make a full dedicated video to that. But yeah, because voice AI is prompted differently, I created a system prompt which basically prompts GPT-5 to become a role, which helps you pump these things out, right? So look at this. It starts as you are an expert system prompt, and then I pretty much architected it to output what a voice AI system prompt actually needs in order for it to be successful. And by the way, this is a very, very long prompt. Like if I show you guys, this is, I think, 9 pages, right? We started at say 1 and we ended at 10. So yeah, 9 pages literally, right? Once you paste this prompt in, I'm literally just gonna use it right now and try to simulate the conversation with you guys so that way you can see what happens when you end up using this prompt to create your voice AI stuff. Let's see here. And I'm just gonna head into GPT. I'm gonna open up a temporary window and I'm gonna show you guys what happens. You paste this, right? What's gonna happen is it's like, okay, let's go through the discovery phase so I can get everything I need to actually put together the system prompt for you. It's gonna ask you a bunch of questions, right? It's gonna ask you, what's the context? Who is the audience? All of these different things, the persona, the tone, Cannot, I don't even know what this word means, right? Are there any exact wording, word for lines that the agent must say for opening, closing, and all of these different questions, right? Because we're not building the voice system prompt just from nothing, right? We want it to be orchestrated properly. What this is orchestration, right? This is you kind of putting together all of the tree paths that the conversation could take, and you're pretty much formulating the persona for the voice AI, what it needs to do and how it needs to do it and how it needs to actually act. And so when you put this in, it's going to ask you these things. So I'm going to go back to the sheet and I'm going to show you guys what I did right here. Let's see here. Can y'all see the link? Is everybody? Just want to make sure everybody has the link that they have. It should be on the story right now. Anyways, right after this, so this was the very first time when I was actually creating the system prompt. After its response, here's what I said, right? I said, before answering these, I want to give you context about what's happening. Our goal is to create a very interactive, sentient, this is a keyword right here, an enjoyable demo experience for prospects. My goal is to have a templated system prompt, right? Templated system prompt for voice AI where I can quickly swap out the company's name and the knowledge base section in order to provide the same experience but quickly make it unique to each company. The system prompt you will create should have this in mind, as well as we will be rotating only the knowledge part and the company name part. This is a context dump. I just gave it a context dump of basically everything that we're trying to do here, right? And I'm literally just going to copy my response here and go back and paste it to it in live and just see what happens, right? So I just gave it to it, said, okay, thanks for the context. That really helps. So here's your North Star. Here's what you're trying to do. Before I draft, I need to clarify a few specifics that I can take, and then it's going to ask you more questions here, right? So in this case, it's asking us, what is the demo supposed to do? What's the persona? And here, do you want the agent to capture any information, right? Our case is not going to be to capturing any information. We're not going to configure any tools on this voice AI. All we're going to do is just have it conversational because it's a demo. Let's see, tools. We're not going to go through this, flow, safety, all this other stuff. And then again, my response to that was exactly answering everything. I gave it this. So I said this will be for an inbound. Its goal will be to be a front desk receptionist for a business. And as a secretary, it can do all secretary receptionist related tasks. The industry will be, and then I put this in brackets because this is different for maybe you guys, right? Maybe yours is not HVAC. Mine was HVAC, so I'm going to put HVAC here. So assume the AI will be receiving the calls from the HVAC industry, and its job is to be related to handling inbound HVAC inquiries. The only thing you have to do, like, you can literally take my response, but if you are deciding to do a different industry and not following with HVAC, you'll have to replace this. And that's kind of why I put it in brackets for you guys, right? And I just kind of answered, right? Sentient, professional, and I gave it everything that it asked me for. So I'm just going to copy this and try to simulate that conversation and show you guys what that looked like. Let's see. Right. So do you want opening, scope of secretary, knowledge base expectations, calendar booking, closing protocol? It's asking some more questions. Let me see what I did in the last one. Let's see. Remember, the industry is replaceable to whatever industry you're targeting. Next, answer whatever remaining questions it gives you. Here was my interaction. So it kept asking questions, and I just literally took a screenshot of, my interaction with it. So here was what I typed to it. I answered the rest of the questions, and I'm just gonna pretty much literally do the same thing and see if it's gonna accept it, and then it generates it. Let's see. Okay, cool. Okay, so it took my answer, and let's see. Would you like me to draft the final long system prompt? I'm just gonna go ahead and say yes, and then look at this. Now we are gonna get something called Markdown. So when you see this format right here, this is a format called Markdown. When you're building voice AI systems inside of Vappy, your system prompting should not be plain text. So plain text is just like kind of like you typing in the system prompt. The reason why we want it to be in this Markdown format is because AI works better with formats that are like this, right? Code, if you're speaking to an AI, if you speak to an AI in code, it actually interprets it and works with it better. So if you're talking to it in JSON, if you're talking to it in Markdown, if you're talking to it into these different formats that are kind of used inside of code, it's going to take those instructions better and respond better. So this is why we're generating it inside of Markdown. But you guys can see, like, this is pretty comprehensive. there's one thing I did here to make it even better, and that was this right here. So you should receive a fully created system prompt. We just did. And then this is the final thing I said to it. So I said, now go over this entire prompt again and make sure it's tight knit, covers what we needed to cover, also coming up with better ways it should be made better, and cover the unknown and unaccounted for situations. And then we use this keyword right here, think longer. This is very, very important because inside of ChatGPT, there are different modes. A lot of people just kind of have it on auto, which, in auto, it decides which mode to pick, but you can change the mode for ChatGPT down here, right? You can click, let's see. If you click, like, you have thinking, and then you have this instant, and I don't have pro, so I'm not gonna go into this. But if you say think or think longer, it's gonna go into more of a reasoning mode that actually takes a lot of time to go through the different outputs of what it can have, and then it just takes more time to look over everything. So I'm just gonna type this inside of it, and then I'll show you guys what's gonna happen. It's gonna go into this thinking. It's gonna say thinking longer for a better answer, and this usually takes like a minute, maybe a minute and a half, and then it should output a system prompt that's longer than this, right? It's gonna have more things inside of it. So I'm just gonna let it do that. I'm gonna jump back into the sheet right here and show you guys the actual one that I ended up generating. So yeah, if you're in this document as well, you're gonna see this different tab right here. It says actual voice prompt will use. This is the one that we are gonna be using. And you should have it. So I already created this, and this is the one that's gonna be basically part of that 10 agent army. Everything that is highlighted here is what you guys are going to need to replace every single 3 days once we start this outreach campaign. Remember, we templated out everything. We have company name here, so you're going to replace this every single 3 days when that batch of 10 goes away, and then we start talking to the new 10. You would go inside of the system prompt, and then you would just swap this out. Everything else is going to be the exact same. You do the same thing in this part right here, and then you scroll down, do the same thing here. Scroll down a little bit, and then here is you have a swappable knowledge base. What you do in this knowledge base is you just go to ChatGPT, and then you try to get all of the publicly available information about that company, and then you can prompt it to say this is going to be a knowledge base for Vappy's voice AI agent. You're going to get an output, convert that output to Markdown, and then put it inside of here. This is going to supply your voice AI basically with knowledge base information about that company. Just makes it better, so that way they ask about their own company, right? Since you emailed them and said, hey, this is for you guys, it's going to be able to at least know their address, know their information, know their, everything that's publicly available, their phone number, what kind of services they offer, and whatever they have online. And then boom, right? So then we have more. Let's go down here. And then you have some sections in the end, some for the closing style, company name, and then you have some more placeholders right here to replace. This is, again, knowledge base and company name. These are going to be the only two things that you're replacing. I'm going to jump back here, and let's see here. I am actually just going to, let's see, I'm going to copy this right now, and I'm going to set it up in front of you guys. So literally, we're going to jump inside of Vappy. I'm just going to log in to that account we created last time, which I think was Testing Man. Yeah. Testing Man 397. This is the wait, did we even create Vappy? I don't think. Yeah, we did. That's right, because I kind of covered it in that thing. Let me do this just to make this better. Instead of doing display capture, I'm gonna change it to window capture for you guys, so you can still see me. Give me a second. Okay, and I'm just gonna do the same thing for the vertical. Let's see, window capture. Okay, there it is. I'm just gonna overlay this on top so you guys can still see me, because it's gonna look a little bit ugly if you don't. Cool. All right, we are good to go. So look at this. Now what we have is we're inside of Vappy, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna click on assistance. This was the last thing that we configured together. I'm not even gonna pay attention to this. I'm gonna just create a brand new one. I'm gonna configure a brand new one. I'm gonna click create assistant, and then here I'm just gonna name it, say agent one, right? So we're gonna have 10 of them. I'm gonna leave this as blank, and then I am going to click create assistants. You're gonna see a dashboard that's gonna look like this. And this is the, I kind of covered this earlier in the voice AI build, but all we're gonna do here is the very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to this model section. And then because it's gonna be more of, a simpler experience, it's not gonna have any tool calling. I'm not going to try to pick a model that is good at tool calling. So all of these different models, some of them are, designed to tool call. Essentially, if you have 4 or 5 different tools for your agent, some models like this, say, where is it? I don't even think they have it here. I was going to show you guys like maybe, yeah, they removed everything before 4.0. I was going to show you if there was any model here before 4.0, they would not be good for tool calling. But in this case, we're not going to do that. So we're just going to choose the most naturally conversational one, which I think we can get away with doing, let's see, 4.1. So I'm almost tempted to pick 4.1 nano. It is better in terms of like conversational, how natural its responses are, but then we also sacrificing latency with that. So let's try 4.0 mini cluster. I'm gonna keep it at 4.0, or I'm gonna keep it at the 4.0 mini cluster, and then we'll see what happens from there. The first message, I'm just gonna leave it empty from now, and then the system prompt, I am going to right click and then paste as plain text. So now we have the entire system prompt here, and I'm going to configure it very, very quickly in front of you guys. So we're gonna change this company name, and we're gonna make this, let's just make a test, right? Who is a company name that Python. Let's just pick Python, right? Where is it? You are. So I'm saying you are Python's receptionist AI and inbound only first. Da, da, da. Okay, cool. Jump back here, and I'm gonna change the same thing. State Python, invite short description. Let's see down here, HVAC related. I'm trying to figure out, okay, right here. Thank you for calling Python. Can't spell today. Thermostat, go down here. Do we have any more placeholders? So we got the knowledge base placeholder, but I know we have like 3 more company name placeholders down there. So I'm going to hit those real quick. There we go. I don't even know why I'm just typing it from the beginning. I might as well just copy and paste. Cool. Okay, so now we got all, oh wait, there's one more right here. Python, business name, and then knowledge base text. So let's do this real quick. Let's go and just do a very, very quick search on like a nearby HVAC company. Let's see. Or you know what? We're just gonna do this. So Python Plumbing LLC, since we already have it. Find any publicly available information I can use for a knowledge base for my voice AI or about this company. All right, let's see. It's gonna search the web. It's gonna try to find it. Okay, here's everything legally owned. Okay. Okay, give me a markdown copyable that includes their address, phone number, and everything else the AI should quickly reference about them. Make sure it is code copyable. I even spelled that right. Copyable. You know that's a word. All right, let's see. Here's a markdown. Oh, give me a markdown. Okay. Why is it so slow? So look at this. This is what we need for the knowledge base. Company profile, address, phone number, leadership. So we have their president, service areas, service offered, credentials, payment methods. I don't think we even need that much. But you know what? I mean, it's here. Why not? It's free. Let's take it. So I just copied it. And then I'm going to jump back to Vappy. Let's go ahead and click it here. And then I'm just going to replace this knowledge base section. So let's see. Let's think about it. Placeholders. Python, company summary. Save. Okay, what is it? So we don't need to replace the bottom section, actually. We need to replace the actual knowledge base section, which is right here. I'm going to delete this. And then I'm going to click enter and then just paste as plain text. So here's that big old knowledge base here. Let's see here. Let's see. Scroll down. I'm going to click publish now. So, okay. That should be it. I think we're good. Now I'm just going to type in the very first message, what it's going to say. So let's just say, what should that be? Hey, we're going to do thanks for calling Python. How can I help you? Very, very simple, very straightforward. So, hey, thanks for calling Python. How can I help you? If you use these exclamation marks, it does help with the actual voice system. So this adds more of like emphasis on emotion when the voice models get to it. Okay. Max tokens, we can leave that at 250. Temperature. So it's interesting actually. I'm gonna go over temperature real quick because the higher this value is, the more I want to say straightforward the output is, right? Straightforward means it's expectable every single time. It's not kind of random. If you put this value down, you get more of a personality. You get more of a random output. You get like, you know what I mean? It's more of like flavor to the actual voice AI. But if you put this here, it's going to be more like bland. I actually always like to put this at 0.4 just to make sure it has more of a personality. I'm going to click publish. And then, yeah, we're just going to go down and hit the rest of the config. Okay, so we got voice configuration. Let's see. I almost want to kind of keep this at Vappy Elliot. The reason why is because I actually think this is a very, very good quality. And also, like, I don't know if you guys heard this Vappy Elliot. Let me see if I can play it. If I can click talk to assistant, is it gonna play on the live? Let's see. Allow while visiting the site. So let's see.
Hey, thanks for calling Python. How can I help you?
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, see, it's not. I wonder if you guys actually heard that. Let me turn up the desktop audio. You might be able to hear it now. But I can't talk to it because the mic is being used by the stream. So I'm just going to make you hear the voice real quick.
Hey, thanks for calling Python. How can I help you?
Hey, hello. Yep, it's not going to last. I'm going to have to call it on a second phone so you can hear it. It's actually a good usable voice. I like this Vappy Elliot voice, and the second reason why I like it is because the latency becomes significantly lower when you're using Vappy voices. The reason why is because if you're using 11 Labs, right? Think about it. All of these components are in completely different servers across the entire world. So they all have to work together in milliseconds. And because you're going from Vappy servers to 11 Labs and back to Vappy, it has to hit all of these different network places and servers, and then it has to come back. So all of that traffic is why the latency becomes higher. If you put it at Vappy, it's not gonna go anywhere for the voice. It's just gonna be hosted on Vappy's infrastructure. So for the quality that this is, and for how much latency benefits we get, I'm just gonna keep it here. Additional configuration. Let's see. Background sound, we're gonna keep it default. We don't need to do anything else with the background sound. Punctuation boundaries. Consider valid boundaries for delimiters. Self-decide chunks that are sent to the voice. Okay, we don't need to play with any of this. Transcriber, Deepgram, English. I'm actually gonna change this from Nova 2 to Nova 3 General. That's their new model. So I'm gonna click publish on that. And then background denoising enabled. Yes, so this filters background noise when somebody is talking. Confidence threshold. Let's see. Yeah, keep it at 0.4. You don't have to worry about any of this. Numerals, we're not going to use the keypad. We're not going to use any of this stuff. Tool calls, we're not going to do any tool calls here. Predefined functions, enable the end call function. Yes, because we told the system prompt to use this end call function at the end of the conversation, the end of the interaction. It has to use this end call so that way it can actually end the phone call. I'm going to click publish on that. And then we're not doing any keypad stuff. We're not doing any phone number forwarding. And then here's some analysis. We're not going to do any of that because we're not building anything, in post automation for call analysis. Let's see, privacy. We don't have to do anything here. Start speaking plan and the stop speaking plan. I would say yes, you do have to configure this, though the default configuration is usually pretty good. So in this right here, it just tells you all the meta settings for when the assistant should stop talking and when it should get interrupted and when it should stop talking right here. So you can look at this. This is how many seconds the assistant waits before speaking. So it's usually at 0.4 seconds. I find this is a good point. I actually experimented a lot with this stuff. I don't remember the numbers off of the top, but I do have another account that has all this configuration. So probably gonna do it off the stream and just match my numbers up from the other account to here. And then if you guys need to do anything, I'm probably just gonna post it for you in here. But for this, demo, I'm just gonna leave it. Voicemail detection. Let's see. I don't think we need to do anything here, but we're just gonna keep it at Vappy recommended. That's in case the voice AI hits voicemail, it can detect that, and then it should know what to do from here. And let's see, stop speaking plan. This is also kind of the same thing. So how many words the customer has to say before the assistant stops speaking. I'm actually going to bump this up from 0 to 2, just so that way sometimes it picks up background information as number of words. And voice AI is kind of finicky about that because, it hears everything in the background, even with the background noise delimiting up top that we selected. But I'm just going to put this at 2. This is the seconds the customer has to speak before the assistant stops. I'm going to keep this one at 0.2 as well. And then back off seconds. That's if it gets interrupted, it's going to stop for 1 second and then come back. Call timeout settings. How long to wait before a call is automatically ended. That's if nobody says anything for 30 seconds. What's the maximum duration of the call? So let's see. 60. So this is saying this is a 10-minute duration. We're going to leave it at 10 minutes. Key input. Enable keypad. We're not going to do anything here. Messaging. We don't have to do anything here. All right, we're done. I'm going to click publish. This is pretty much good to go from an experience perspective. Now, like I said, every 3 days, what you're going to have to do is you're going to jump inside of the system prompt here, and you're going to swap out the knowledge base, which I showed you guys how to generate that knowledge base right here. All I did was, let's see, I said, find me any publicly available information that I can use for knowledge base for my voice AI about this company. And then it gave me this, and then I gave it this prompt right here, which made it turn into Markdown, right? So that way we can copy it and then boom. So yeah, let's come back inside of Vappy here real quick. That is done. Transcriber tools. Let's go ahead and let's jump into the phone number section. That's right, I almost forgot. So I said we're gonna be rotating phone numbers every 3 days. Vappy gives you guys 10 free phone numbers at a specific limit that, I'm assuming you're not gonna call this for like 30 minutes or more every single day. You're gonna have that right here inside of phone number. So this is where we're gonna be able to generate that. And in that last video that I made, I created one. It's the exact same process. You click create phone number and then free Vappy number. You're gonna type in the area code. So here, let's just do like 346 like they're saying. And then yeah, you get 10 per account for US area codes. When you click create, And let's see, it's not available. Let's do another one. 682. Create. And here it is, right? It's going to activate in 2 minutes. After this, all you have to do is label the number to the agent it's going to. So if I'm putting this to agent 1 or agent 2, I'm just going to name it agent 2. This is going to help you guys a lot, so that way you don't get confused when you're configuring these agents. You don't have to do anything here. And then the inbound phone number, you have to assign it to the agent. So yeah, I'm going to click select assistant. You're going to see all the different voice AIs that we create inside of this dropdown. So this guy goes to agent 2. I don't have an assistant named agent 2. We're just going to pretend Riley's agent 2. Or actually, who's the guy that we just configured? Agent 1. I'm just going to change this real quick to agent. You know what? We'll just use the old number. I don't want to wait 2 minutes. We're just going to do agent 1. Save, and then I'm gonna configure this guy to agent 1, save again, and then let's see here. All right, I'm gonna call this agent right now on my phone just to see what happens, and we can actually hear it in action. So let's see. All right, what's the number? 208 617 8319. All right, I'm gonna call it. Let's see.
Hey, thanks for calling Python. How can I help you?
Hey, I guess you know. Oh, that guy just hung up on me. Let's see what happens. Probably an error in some point. Let's see if we can find it. Advanced. What could the error be? Is it in the model? Let's change the model real quick. Change it to 4.1 nano. Let's see if it still hangs up. Imagine getting hung up on by an AI. Crazy. I'll call it one more time.
Hey, thanks for calling Python. How can I help you?
Hey, I just want to know, can I come in for, I have a pipe that's broken, and can you guys fix that? Yeah, he's hanging up. Something is definitely wrong in here. Let's see if we can figure it out. I wonder if well, the thing is, if I test it here, let's see. I need to schedule a text. Let's see if it gives us an error code if I'm texting it through chat. See what happens. No. All right, let's see. Can I use my mic to talk to it?
Hey, thanks for calling Python. How can I help you?
Hello, hello. Can I come in for a 1, 2? Yeah, he's not even hearing me. So, oh wait, logs. That's right. Logs. Fail. There it is. There is our error. Let me go back. So pipeline error, OpenAI. So it is 100% something with ChatGPT. Let's see. I guarantee you I forgot to put in my API key in this account. Integrations. Do I have a GPT? So I have 11 labs. I have GPT. Let's see. Did it run out of credits or does it not? I'm going to generate a brand new key right now in front of you guys. See if that fixes it. Platform.openai.com. is the settings, API keys, and then all right, we do some live troubleshooting. I'm gonna type it inside of here. Oh, okay, there goes my key. So much for being secure. Please don't take my $3 on the account. All right, we got a brand new connection into OpenAI. The error was pointing to OpenAI, so I'm literally just gonna switch this back. And let's keep it at 4.1 nano. See if that works.
Hey, thanks for calling Python. How can I help you?
Hey, I want to schedule a technician to come.
Sure thing. Would you prefer a time today, tomorrow, or later this week? And do you have a morning, midday, or afternoon window in mind?
Let's do like in the afternoon, and who's available right now?
Great. How about tomorrow or Thursday afternoon? Say about to 4.
Now, see, what I don't like is how it did not ask what was wrong. This is completely fixable. Let's jump back in here. So greet, invite, classic intent. I'm gonna jump back into ChatGPT and we're gonna edit this system prompt real quick. Let's see. I'm going to give you my own system prompt. Make revisions as requested. Let's see what. Okay. I want the call orchestration to go like this. Let's see, why is it not responding? Paste it one more time. This thing is super slow. Let's just do a brand new window. I will paste a system prompt and I need you to revise as phone. All right. Let's see. Make the call orchestration like this. On the AI should always try to find out what's wrong / what's the issue from the caller before trying to schedule any appointments. Keep the rest of the orchestration same. Output in markdown code ready to copy. Let's see if that will do something. Oh, we probably should have told it to. All right, so we got the call orchestration section updated. Let's go back inside of here. And then I'm going to jump back into the call orchestration. Where is it? So orchestration, I'm going to remove this part. And then I'm going to erase. And then I'm going to paste the brand new orchestration. All right. Let's try this one out. See what happens. Let's see if we can fix that little issue where it just tried to immediately go to the booking.
Hey, thanks for calling Python. How can I help you?
Hey, I have something broken and I need to schedule somebody to come in.
Thanks for reaching out. What's going on with your system today?
So it looks like my AC is broken.
Got it. An AC issue. Is the problem throughout the house or just one area?
It's throughout the entire house.
Thanks. Sometimes a quick check of the thermostat mode or batteries can help. Would you like to schedule a technician visit? If so, I can suggest a time window.
Is there anything I can do before a technician comes?
Yes, you can check if the thermostat is set to cool and the batteries are working. Sometimes that's all it takes. Would you like to set up a time for a technician to take a look? I can offer a couple of windows.
Well, where are you guys located? I want to come in.
I understand you're interested in visiting us, but we're a service team that handles repairs and installations. Would you like to schedule a visit here instead? I can suggest a time window that works for a technician to come out.
So it did not answer questions about itself. Don't like that. Let's see where we're falling short here. Clarify one. So identify the issue. Listen, clarify once. Pricing questions if asked. 5. Closing and call. Okay. We'll just put a note right here. And then we're going to say if asked about any information within the knowledge base, always answer with the information that was provided to you in the knowledge context. Let's see if I just throw that right after the call orchestration. I think there probably is a section for this completely. Quick facts, psychological positioning, quick reference, checklist, closing style, assumptions and placeholders. Yeah, let me just put it. Global behavior guidelines. Let me put it here. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it in here as well. Try that again. See what happens.
Hey, thanks for calling Python. How can I help you?
I want to come in for something to talk to their team. What's their address?
Thanks for reaching out. I don't have the ability to share addresses, but I can help you schedule a time to talk with our team.
So don't have the ability to share addresses. Something is stopping him from doing this. Let's take this. Take a look right here. Jump back and say, I will give you a system prompt and ask questions about it. Let's see. Is there anything limiting the voice AI from answering questions related to the knowledge base in this prompting? I wonder if we said something at some point. If asked about information, always answer. It is all still within knowledge base provided. Okay, only uses KB content, keeps answers short. I wonder if it's the model. Let's jump back and see if we can change it. I'm gonna change it from, or actually let's reformat the knowledge base section too. I'm gonna put it all inside of one. Okay, and I'm also gonna change the model a little bit. I'm gonna go from 4.1 nano to 4.1 mini. It's a tier higher. Let's see if that'll fix something. Because there's nothing in that system prompt telling it not to answer knowledge-based questions, which is a little bit weird.
Hey, thanks for calling Python. How can I help you?
Hey, can I come in for something? I have to talk with one of your technicians. What's your address?
I'm glad you want to chat with a technician. We're located at 12430 Tesson Ferry RD, Suite 121, St. Louis, MO.
So it fixed it, right? It was probably the model, folks. GBT 4.1 Nano is a little bit. It's designed for quicker responses that are chat based, but 4.1 Mini is designed for more of like complex tool calling, and this, not really complex, but it is designed for tool calling, and at the same time, it is a better model than the Nano one. So looks like that fixed it here. Let's go back and just run through this interaction one more time just to make sure that we are good from end to end.
Hey, thanks for calling Python. How can I help you?
Hey, I want to come in for actually I don't want to come in. Something's broken in my house.
Got it. Something's acting up at home. What's going on with your system today? Is it not cooling, heating, or something else?
It's actually the heating. It's broken.
Thanks for clarifying. It's the heating that's not working. Is the issue happening throughout the whole house or just in one area?
It's just in one area.
Thanks for that. When heat issues hit just one area, it often points to airflow or a thermostat setting in that zone. A quick safe check. Could you confirm the thermostat there is set to heat mode and the temperature is above room temp?
I don't know how to do that. Can you send somebody to my house?
No problem. I can pencil in a placeholder window for a technician visit. Would you prefer today, tomorrow, or later this week?
Sure. Let's do today.
Great. For today, would you prefer a morning window from 8 to 10 a.m. or an afternoon window from 2 to 4 p.m.?
2 to 4 p.m. It's fine.
Perfect. I've noted a placeholder for today between 2 and 4 p.m. That's a heating issue in one area with a quick thermostat mode check suggested, and your visit penciled in this afternoon. Anything else HVAC related I can clarify before we wrap up?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Thanks for calling Python. We keep the air comfy and the details easy. Have a great day. Functions end call. Goodbye.
Functions end call and then hangs out. That is crazy. Let's go back and fix that real quick. I mean, I was pretty happy with the entire orchestration. I felt like it was pretty good. But then again, I'm not like a professional HVAC guy. So I think it's, I'm probably going to be testing a lot of this off the camera just because I don't want to waste too much time and just, kind of refining it. If there's like a final version of this that I can give it to you guys, I'm going to give it to you. Let's see if we can tell it not to say function and call here. You know what? I'm actually just going to fix it and just give this to you guys later. Let's go back to this real quick. I want to talk about the copywriting section. So that's going to be that personalized message that we're going to be actually sending out there. Okay. I'm just going to pull up the system and I'm going to show you guys what I did. So this is the actual copywriting that we're going to be using. And then let me just log into Make so I can show you it real quick. So let's see. So scenarios, and then we're just gonna say this guy real quick. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, this is an updated version. I actually added one more module right here, and I'm gonna give this to you guys. All of these are fully configured. The only things you have to do here, and I'm literally just gonna go over here so I can show you guys because I put it all in this document. Here's the copywriting that we're gonna be doing. Hey, and then first name is gonna be replaced by the first name that the system finds. Just looked at your website, really liked how, and then here's going to be whatever that was said in the input that I found, noteworthy. Reason why I'm writing to you is because I actually be you guys a voice AI agent receptionist for, and then here it's going to use their business name, and then it's going to say, I build custom AI systems for local companies, and I recently helped another HVAC company hit a 0% missed call rate with voice AI. Try it and call the voice AI system I built. Try it and call the voice AI system I built for you. Yeah, that makes more sense. Phone number is, and then you're going to insert the number here. So this is going to be something that you guys have to do before the email gets sent out. It's not going to know, obviously, because we're rotating phone numbers. And at the same time, the AI is not, it's not in its system prompt. It's not going to generate that phone number for you. So right now it's only conversational. I trained it to act as a general receptionist for, and then their company name. So it's going to, this is all going to be filled in by the system prompt. So it's going to pretend the role to answer general questions about you guys and the services that you offer, but we can wire up to do much more. And then here's this note right here. Important note, the AI is going to be active for 3 days. So you're more than welcome to test it out anytime between now and then. If you're seeing this after those 3 days, shoot me an email and I can reactivate it. And this is basically telling them that, this is kind of like an urgency setting. And then here's the ending is if you liked it, if you're interested in AI automating other parts of your business, shoot me an email and let's talk, enjoy, and you're going to end it with your name. The reasons why I use this copy is because obviously it's personalized up front. It's going to be the results from that AI script system, the very first one we built. And then it has that wow factor up front, which makes them think, why would they do this? And that's going to be this right here. I actually built you guys a voice AI agent receptionist for your company name. And then it's value driven up front. So we're giving them that experience up front right here. Try it out and call it right afterwards. And then here is that urgency factor, right? So they only have a limited amount of window to do this. Otherwise, it's going to rotate. So we're letting them know this here. It's going to be there for 3 days only. After that, they're going to have to shoot us an email and let us know. And then there's an invitation to that experience at the end with a CTA call to action. Clearly letting them know if you're interested in doing other stuff with AI in your business, shoot us an email and let us talk, okay? Here's what you have to customize in the brand new build that I'm going to give you, okay? There's these 4 right here. These are going to have my name in their system prompts. You have to change it to your name because that's going to be the literal thing that I'm going to be using. So I just configured it for myself. You're going to have to open these up. Like let's say this one right here. And then inside of the system prompt, you're going to see like it literally ends with Anmar, right? Literally just go in here, remove this, and then take a look at each of these system prompts and making sure that these are fitted to you and your use case at this point, okay? The second thing you have to do here is, since I'm targeting HVAC, these are written for HVAC, and you're going to see sections that look like this, right? I built you guys a voice AI, and then here it says, I recently helped another HVAC company hit a 0%. You guys can see that's the part of the copywriting. We're pretty much hard coding that in the system prompt right here. If you plan on doing another one, you have to change this right here. Is this what? Let me look at the... mine is working. I don't have 11 Labs key. We're not going to use 11 Labs for this actually. The reason why is because the VAPI Elliot is very, very good quality, but it cuts down on the latency a lot. If you want to try 11 Labs, shoot me a message and I'm going to show you how to set that up. But you do have to keep in mind, you got to be on the paid plan for 11 Labs because they're not going to let you use your API, their API keys without getting on the plan. So like you can see, this is my account right now. If I show you, I am on 300,000 credits and this gets renewed every single month. And the brand new 11 Labs account is going to be on 10,000 credits and they're going to be super limited to the API. Like I think you're going to use it once and then after that it's not going to let you. So you have to upgrade it. It's either you pay for it. If I'm in your position, I'm just using VAPI Elliot's voice, or you can experiment with the other voices inside of VAPI. I think they're very good quality. I think I'm probably going to lean into the Elliot one just because it sounds like somebody who would work as an HVAC receptionist as well. It has that kind of older gentleman tone that would more understand about these systems. I'm just gonna keep it that way, to be honest. Let's see here. Let me take a look at the chat. I'm gonna take a break. Save it. Let me open up the chat. Take a break. Okay, for some reason my chat cleared up. It took me out. So if you are on Instagram, let me jump back here real quick. And just double check the chat on Instagram. I have it actually pulled up on another window. So are you gonna post this or upload it? Yes, this is gonna be uploaded and posted to YouTube. Cool. All right, we're caught up. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Jump back into this document real quick. So that's gonna be one of the things you guys have to change. The second thing is, or the third thing is, the AI system prompting is going to leave the phone number slot empty. So since we're rotating phone numbers, you're going to have to make that change inside of your Google Sheet with all the script businesses. So for me, in my case, this is what that looks like, right? If you have the system, if you've been building it, you hit the scrape button on it, you start it up, and then it's going to run for however long it runs. And then you're going to see a sheet that looks like this, okay? You're going to have all of the script information, company name, website, and then phone number, address, and then here is these transcripts, which are basically written by the system prompt. At the end, like the reason why you're getting these looking the way they look like is because of this final version right here. So if I open up the system prompt, let's say for this one right here, you guys are going to see it is coded, it is hard coded inside of its training. It says you have to write the email in this exact copy. Only change the things that are different from the input, such as their first name, company name. Everything else must remain identical. And then we're telling it literally word for word what that needs to look like. Okay, so if you want to change what that actually looks like in the transcript, you go into the final module, you open up this guy, and then you open up its system prompt, and then you just read it, and then you change this copy right here. So you can see everything that is inside of brackets, the AI is going to know to replace. And yeah, let's see. Cool. And the sheets that we're going to be keeping track of, I'm going to open this up real quick, just go over it very, very quickly. On the 10th of September, that's going to be, I think, 2 or 3 weeks from now. That is the point where the inbox is going to be warmed up. This is the very first date that I'm planning to actually launch this campaign right here. So if you guys are following along, if you're doing this build with us and you're doing your website and you're doing your voice AI build, what you have to do is on this 10th, you're going to have this done. Okay. Obviously everything with the website and stuff that we stood up. But if I wanted to replicate this VAPI agent, what I would do, oh, let's see. I think I am sharing window. You guys probably didn't see that. Let me change it back. Yeah, I'm gonna show you one more time. I think I was just sharing the VAPI window. I think somebody just said that. Let's go here. I'm just gonna have to I think you guys didn't see this part. But yeah, let me show you one more time. This is the copywriting section, and just take the words that I just kind of told you and relay it again. I'm not gonna go over it fully, but here's what it's gonna look like. Hey, just looked at your website, Here's the reasons why, and then here's what you're gonna need to customize, right? So in these modules right here, the fourth one, this fourth one in this build is responsible for that final version of the transcript that goes inside of the Google Sheet right here. So if you're building that if you already built the very first system and you have it working, you're probably gonna have a script sheet that looks like this. It's gonna have all the transcripts right here. This final version, the one that's ready to send, when you click the checkbox, it's gonna be from this fourth one right here. And then the system prompt that I was telling you about, where it's like, basically the copywriting is hard coded. There it is right here. So the required template you must always follow is as follows. And then we just have the exact template basically of the same copywriting that we used. And then here's what you're going to have to replace, right? Your name. So this one has my name, and I think other ones inside of here also have my name as well. And then also the service description. Let's see, somewhere here. I don't think we're using, I think I put it inside of there. But yeah, just make sure your name is swapped out. Let's go back to here. Here's that sheet that I was trying to show you guys that you didn't see earlier. So yeah, the name is done. And also, since I'm targeting HVAC, these are written for HVAC. So you can see in the system prompt, it's referencing HVAC company. Change it if you're doing another one. The system prompt is not going to have the phone number because it's literally instructed to leave empty. So you're going to have to jump back into the sheet and then add the phone number here. So literally open up the tab where that transcript is, add the phone number here before you click that send button. So that way, when you click send, it goes out with whatever phone number is designated for that person. Make sure you don't send the wrong number out to the wrong people. If you do that, they're going to call and it's going to be the completely different name. It's not going to be their company. You're like, what is this? Who is this for? Right? Make sure you verify this before you actually send out those emails. Let's see here. All right, I think we are pretty much done. I'm going to cover you guys one last thing. We've been here for like an hour and 10 minutes. This is how you duplicate agents. click on the agent, okay? At the very top right. Let's see if my face is covering it inside of the live stream. Oh, there's a lot of me over here. I'm just gonna take my camera off of this one. And then I'll move it on this side. So inside of this right here, this part, here's how you duplicate the agents. You click on those three dots at the top and then you click duplicate. So now that I just created this agent one, I'm gonna click duplicate on it. And then look at this, it created agent one copy. Because it created this, all I would have to do is rename it. But you can see it has the exact system prompt. It has all the configurations that we made. It pretty much has, I mean, everything, every single thing, even the voice. All I would do is just name this, let's say agent 2, and then click publish. And then if you have another phone number, obviously you're going to be 10 of them. The first one, I already labeled it agent 1. I'm going to jump back into the second number, label it agent 2, click save, and then I'm going to assign this one to agent 2. So remember, you have to assign the number after you create it. So I assign it to agent 2, click save. So now if I call this number, it's going to lead to agent 2, which the agent 2 is going to be the exact duplicate of agent 1, except it's going to have a different company name. If I call agent 1, it's going to be the exact same experience, except the company is going to be different and the knowledge base is going to be different. But otherwise, we are pretty much good to go. You are in a perfect position. Let me jump back here and switch scenes. Oh, wait. Oh, you guys are on Instagram. Don't get to see the full screen, huh? Whatever. Keep it at this. At this point, okay, we stood up the domain. We stood up the website. We stood up the voice AI agent, the very first one, the actual experience. And then on top of that, we orchestrated the very first system, right? Which is this guy that does the scraping and creates the transcripts for everything. I'm going to give you guys this brand new version inside of my story. At the same time, I told you guys I'm going to give you the AnyMail Finder credits. Send me a DM if you are looking to do this AnyMail Finder bit. Actually, everybody should be sending me a DM for this because this build is designed for AnyMail Finder. So if you plan to do this plan with everybody where you're going to be selling the voice AI system, you don't have an option. Send me a message for the AnyMail Finder credits so that way I can get you those 80 or 90 businesses where you're going to be able to scrape them and actually get the emails for the people's names. I'm going to get you guys those credits, and then you're going to have that Google Sheet ready to go. In 2 to 3 weeks, our email is going to be warm. So we did the email warm up with Truly Inbox, and then you guys are going to have that 2 to 3 week period to work on the website, right? Make sure the website is actually good to go, and then refine this, right? These 4 are going to be super important because these are responsible for that very, the last copywriting, right? The thing that's going to be actually shown to people when we send those messages out. It's going to be in that copywriting section. Most importantly, this last one, I'm just going to give you guys the configuration I have. You can tweak it. You can add whatever you want. You can remove whatever you want. It's all up to you guys, but pretty much we are good to go at this point. So you have everything. I shared this document. If I didn't share it, I'm going to share it with you. Just send me a DM. But this pretty much has everything, right? This has the, oh, wait, no. It doesn't. It does not have the updated system prompt. That's right. Let me give you the updated system prompt here because we made a bunch of changes. That's right. Hold on. Identity and purpose. And remember, right? We have a lot of placeholders here. So you're going to have to replace the placeholders. Paste. And then, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and highlight those out off of the screen. But yeah, we are pretty much done. I showed you guys how to create the agent, all the settings for it, how to duplicate the agents, how to actually add, assign the numbers to them, attach it. And then you guys have the Google Sheet right here. We're going to be keeping track of everything. The September 10th is the very first date where I'm going to be launching these things. And then if you guys are following along, we should be on track to do this. All you're going to have to do at this point is if they called. Oh, let me show you. How do you know if they called? That's right. This is very, very important. Inside of Vappy, scroll down a little bit. Click, where is it? Call logs. That's right. Call logs. And then you're going to be able to see this. So call logs, it's going to show you a dashboard that shows you every single phone call that happened, when it happened, and how long the duration was. So I don't know if you can see this duration here on the right side, but then you can see the duration, how much it cost, everything. If I click on one of them, let's say I click on, say this one right here, it's gonna play an audio file of the entire call and how it happened. So you're gonna get to go back and listen to the interaction and see how it went, right? What was their reaction? Did they like it? Did they not like it? What questions did they ask it? Use this as a way to refine the voice AI. You're gonna have a live experience of just watching these calls happen in real time, and you're gonna get to go back and make any changes. Maybe it answered in a way that they didn't like, maybe it forgot to say something. Go back, reiterate over the system prompt, but you're gonna have call logs for pretty much every single call that happens, and you're gonna see how those went and how they went. So you're gonna be able to monitor this dashboard. And again, the way you get to it is from this call log section at the bottom. So yeah. Other than that, let me make sure I cover everything, right? Did they respond back? This is all gonna be check boxes, yes or no. You're gonna be monitoring your email inbox. If they're interested, right? Obviously offer the response. And then the booking. So this is if they respond and said they did want to book. Okay, you're gonna be able to schedule that calendar with them. And I'm probably gonna show you guys how to set that up and on its own video. But yeah, folks. All right, we are good to go now. Let me see. Cool. All right, boys. If anybody has any questions, send me a DM and I'll be over. What is happening? I talk so much today. Anybody has any questions, send me a DM and I'll be able to help you guys out. From there, I'm just gonna leave it at 2, and then I will see you guys hopefully in the next one. Peace.